Honda Del Sol, a quirky little two-seater that's part sports car, part Targa Top cruiser, and all 90s nostalgia. Some call it a baby NSX, while others call it a wannabe Miata. But does the Honda Del Sol really deserve the hate? Or is it one of the most underrated JDM cars ever? Let's take a deep dive and find out. So, what is the Honda Del Sol? Well, it's actually part of the Honda Civic family. Officially known as the Honda Civic Del Sol, this car was introduced in 1992 as the successor to the Honda CRX. But unlike the CRX, which was more of a lightweight, hatchback-style coupe, the Del Sol took a different approach. It was a two-seater with a removable Targa top designed to bring some open-air fun to the compact car world. The name Del Sol literally means "of the sun" in Spanish, emphasizing its biggest feature, the removable roof. But unlike a traditional convertible, the Del Sol had a solid Targa top that could be taken off and stored in the trunk, making it sort of like a budget T-top sports car. And here's the cool part. If you got the fancy Trans-Top version, the trunk actually had an automatic system that lifted and stored the roof for you at the push of a button. Pretty advanced for the early 90s. But what really matters is how this thing drives. The Del Sol came with a few different engine options, depending on the market and trim level. The base models had a 1.5-liter or 1.6-liter SOHC engine with modest power, but the real star was the Del Sol VTEC. That version got the legendary 1.6-liter B16A engine, making 160 horsepower and revving all the way up to 8,200 RPM. For a lightweight car that barely weighed 2,300 pounds, that was more than enough to have some fun. And because it's based on the Honda Civic platform, the Del Sol handles surprisingly well. It's nimble, lightweight, and with the right suspension upgrades, it can be an absolute blast on twisty roads. However, not everyone loved the Del Sol. Some people saw it as a step backward from the CRX, since it was heavier and had a more relaxed personality compared to the hardcore, lightweight hatchback it replaced. Others felt that compared to cars like the Miata or MR2, the Del Sol was more of a stylish commuter car than a true driver's car. And let's be real, front-wheel drive doesn't exactly scream sports car to a lot of enthusiasts. But here's the thing. If you look at the Del Sol for what it is, rather than what it isn't, it starts to make a lot more sense. This wasn't Honda trying to build a track monster. It was meant to be a fun, stylish, affordable car that gave you open-top driving without sacrificing practicality. And in that sense, it actually does its job really well. Let's talk about one of the biggest advantages of the Del Sol, reliability. It's a Honda. That means rock-solid engineering, simple maintenance, and a drivetrain that can easily last 300,000 miles if you take care of it. Unlike some 90s sports cars that need constant attention, the Del Sol is one of those cars you can just hop in and drive without worrying about breakdowns. And then there's the price. Unlike the Miata or MR2, which have been skyrocketing in value, the Del Sol is still one of the cheapest 90s JDM cars you can buy. You can find good condition models for under $7,000 and if you're lucky, even cheaper. That makes it one of the most affordable ways to get into the 90s JDM scene without spending crazy money. Of course, it's not perfect. The interior is typical 90s Honda, lots of plastic, simple design, and not the most luxurious experience. Some people complain about leaks from the Targa top, and if you get the automatic transmission, well, let's just say you're missing out on half the fun. But at the end of the day, the Honda Del Sol is a car that delivers exactly what it promises: fun, affordability, and a unique look that makes it stand out from the usual crowd. It may not be the fastest or most hardcore sports car out there, but for a lightweight, reliable, open-top experience, it's hard to beat. So, what do you think? Does the Del Sol deserve more respect? Or is it just a stylish Civic with a removable roof? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome car content.